Hello, guys, welcome back. I finally watched Chhaava yesterday. I watched it in Burwood. It was the theater. It was the screen was a small screen, not a big screen, but it was almost like 70% full. And I think it's been a long time since yeah, since I watched a movie with that much capacity. The last one probably was I don't know, some commercial movie, maybe some Tamil or yeah, I don't remember. Let's not get into that. So this movie, I actually liked it. I'm it's I would have expected it to. I would have been. I mean to say, they could have spent a little bit more time in the showing the human side of the characters. But apart from that, no complaints. Actually, it's been a while since I watched a Bollywood movie, and it really moved me. Uh, so yeah, that itself is the biggest compliment. And Vicky Kaushal, man, I've never seen any of his movies before. This is the first ever Vicky Kaushal movie that I watched, and he's actually really good as an actor. So very controlled execution. He doesn't like. He's not overacting or anything like that. Yeah, he's good. The only thing that I felt at times was there's a bit too much of shouting here and there going on. Apart from that, I really liked his portrayal of Shambhaji. Shambhaji has a history. He has the famous South Indian dish called sambar is basically lentils, but it's a bit more sophisticated than dal. So there's a version of dal that they make in Maharashtra. It's called amti. And Sambhaji, when he was in Tanjavur, I think they ran out of kokum sharbat because Amti they add kokum essence or something, not sharbat like kokum essence. So they instead used tamarind, and to this day we use tamarind to prepare lentils. I mean dal. So that's basically the sambar is nothing but dal with a little bit of tamarind and some vegetables. Okay, so yeah, if you didn't know, you now know. Okay, coming back to the movie, I actually liked Vicky Kaushal's portrayal. It's been a while. I said, the last period movie that I watched was maybe Padmavat, I believe, with Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh, right? Akshay Khanna again. I think he's an underrated actor. The way that he has portrayed a Aurangzeb movie, beautiful. Uh, he almost like look at this. He almost looks like a different person, right? He doesn't look like he actually looks like a different person. And in the final scene, you could see a lot of different emotions on his face: the guilt, the pain that as if the he wishes he had someone like that in his family. You know what I mean? The can someone be as brave as someone like Chhaava? All these thoughts run into his head, and he is not able to come out of it. Like I you should really watch when I what I'm trying to say. Like the final in the final scenes, his portrayal was beautiful. And Rashmika Mandana is another underrated actress. I think the whole image of her being like the India sweetheart and whatnot. I think is kind of overshadows her acting capabilities. She's a beautiful actress. She's underrated as an actress. Good choice, actually. She has a kind of a Marathi face, I would say, because I've lived in Pune for almost 10 years, and even for that, even Vicky Kaushal for that matter, he also has kind of a Marathi face. I don't know how to explain that. It's difficult. If you live there, you probably know. Um, and there are so many small characters, right, that come throughout the movie, that they the friendship between Shambaji and the poet, and their exchange in the towards the end of the movie, their poetic exchange, and small things, right, and his uncle, and the relationship with I think his aunt. See, this is we need more such movies, because we don't know, as Indians. We maybe read in the movies, read in the books, right? Aurangzeb did that, Aurangzeb did, just like a one liner or two liner, right? But we don't know how, like, the human side, like how they used to talk, how they what kind of um, what kind of relationships they had with their family, with others, and were they really brave, or were they like, all these kind of small things, small emotions, how they used to eat, and things like that. Like, we don't know that. I think we should make more such movies. I keep pointing this out in many of my other videos. I also, we don't make a lot of historical movies, and we need to, is what I'm trying to say, because we need to know our roots before, like, you can say, like, why do we have to dwell in the past, right? It's not just that, like, the history. It gives you a little bit of it teaches you who you are, and which is only helpful going forward. It's going to boost your confidence, or not the other way around. The thing is, we Indians are one of those nations where we don't know enough about our own history, and our history is a vast history. It spans across like thousands of years, like almost 5,000, 6,000 years, isn't it? Starting from the Indus Valley civilization and whatnot. And when we make movies, we should do proper research in making these movies. It shouldn't be just like a writer, director, whatever, just because he can, like, because this book this movie, I think, is based on a novel or something. And when you make movies based on a novel, then a lot of research goes into writing a novel. These writers spend years in writing a novel, and all of that research is going to be helpful when you make a movie. Small things, right? How they used to say it, what they used to eat. There's one particular scene where they the in the Marathi palace, right? They get served, Shambhaji and everyone else, his ministers. They get served with food on a plate, or I don't remember if it was on a plate. Yeah, on a plate, and then they're like, you could see some rice and puris and chapatis, sabjis and whatnot. In the south, like, we eat with banana leaves, and I don't even know if, like, maybe 100, 200 years down the line, like, that would be like a myth. Like, people used to eat banana leaves, like, because nobody's eating banana leaves. Like, there are some rural regions in Tamil Nadu, maybe in other parts of South India as well, they probably eat in banana leaf. But I don't know, if it's going to continue that tradition. So all of these things, like, are important or valuable information that you can gather through research, and then showcase in the movies, which is going to increase, which is going to elevate the audience experience, right? Like, yeah, there's so many small things in this movie that they have shown. The attention to detail is, it's been a while since I watched a movie with this much of attention to detail. For example, take Aurangzeb's, there's this black scar on his forehead. I think it's probably because, like, he wears the, what do you call that, I keep forgetting this word, man. You know what the kings wear. So I think in those days everybody pretty much had that, and then for a brief period of time in this movie, then he says like, I would only wear this bag when I kill Chhaava, something like that. And then that's these are small things that you may think that not everybody would pay attention to, but the ones who do, for them it elevates the experience, and it makes it more authentic. Okay, these guys have done some research, these guys have put in some effort to understand, to make it as close to the reality as possible. You know what I mean? Movies, we can't make, especially these historical movies, or even documentaries for that matter, no, not documentaries as in realistic movies, you can only try as much. You know what I mean? You can't be 100% correct, but the more effort you put, it will show on the screen. And yeah, and the climax, man, the climax, it was gruesome. I couldn't watch a few scenes. There was, so it's a literal torture. I mean, not as an experience, it was torture. They were showing on the screen, so it was a bit too much. And see, I wouldn't change anything in this movie, except that I would have spent a bit more time on the human side of the people, the human side of even in this movie, for that matter, Aurangzeb, right? The background music, and the way, as I already mentioned, Akshay Khanna portrayed the role. It showed the audience the very human side of Aurangzeb, this big emperor, right? Which was fresh, which was, I've never seen anything like that before. And the music, it accentuated the experience. The music, oh my goodness. I think after a long time, I believe it's A.R. Rahman. A.R. Rahman has done a really good job in the background music department. Uh, a few scenes I thought it was a bit overdone, but in general, especially the Aurangzeb portions, I really liked it. I'm not sure if they he used like some kind of Persian poem or something like that. It was very unique, very interesting choice of music. And what else? Oh man, mm. Yeah, I that's it. I think if you have not watched it, I think you should watch it. It's I would have because this base is it's about a Maratha king. It would have been, I would have enjoyed the movie more if I'd watched it in Pune, I guess, with along with the Punekars. Would have been a totally different experience. But I'm in Sydney right now, so it's okay. Yeah, you should watch it. It's been a while since. It's one of those good movies where that you'd get to watch maybe once in 5 years or something like that. It's a nice movie. Yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.